Nick, welcome back to some more Satisfactory. It might be my favorite time of the day, man. It's like just after sunrise. The base is kind of nicely lit with an almost pink haze, Nick, which I really quite like.
It is, isn't it? It is a nice pink haze. I feel like I'm in the mountainous regions of Nepal, Isaac, and I'm just chilling. The sun is bright. It's shining down upon us. It's a little bit cold, but you know we've got all of these machines to warm us up, Isaac.
In like a nice brisk way, right? Not in like a shivering down to the bone kind of way.
No, like
in a cool, crisp...
no wind but cold, right?
Exactly,
like you're walking down, the sun's out, it's cold. You've got your puffer jacket on, but there's no wind, and so you kind of feel like okay.
And you've got just a mild little bit of heat from the sun, you know? If you're in direct sunlight, it's a little warm, but
it's
not
kind of shining on
warm.
your face a bit. Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it.
The best kinds.
So we left off last time. We spent a fair bit of time in the last stream kind of setting up automation for a couple of bits and pieces. And between streams, as I alluded to at the end of the last episode, Nick, I have gone ahead and basically done more of your favorite activity, Nick, and that is just item routing, right? I've just been taking all of the products that we were already making, routing them into new combinations of manufacturers or assemblers, and I believe now that we are producing the top 4 components. I say that with like 7 asterisks, right?
Okay.
In the top right. So last episode, we did set up these pressure conversion cubes, right? And these are kind of over here ready to go. My video resolution always turns itself down to 2560 by 1440. I don't know what that is. Let me hit apply. I always have to go manually re-up it to 3840 by 2160. It's so bizarre. But anyway, we set up this. And what I've done, man, in here, I've limited this, like, artificially to only 100 cubes because we only need 100 cubes. And, of course, these are not being sent automatically round to the quantum entangler portal thing,
whatever it is. Yeah.
It is called, Nick, the particle accelerator. That's the one.
That's the one.
So we do need to take all 100 of these over to the particle accelerator. I think there might be already like 6 in there from last episode. But basically, those need to be taken over and accelerated partically to be able to be turned into nuclear painter. That is fine, and nothing really has changed there. Over here, I think the thermal propulsion rockets might have already been done, but if they weren't, they're over here now. There's just a combination of modular engines, turbo motors, cooling systems, and fused modular frames. I don't think these were done because I think that the turbo motors are also something that I've added between streams. These are cooling systems with radio control units, motors, and rubber. I think we did the cooling units in the last episode, so those are ready. And then finally, man, all the way over at the back here, surprisingly, a few of these machines, man, just require assemblers. I think we've kind of passed peak manufacture, and it kind of... I'm really hoping, Nick, that the really late game stuff is just made back in a constructor. I hope they go full circle.
Just made in a crafting table, Isaac. We
only need like 5 of each thing.
Yeah. Back to basics.
But yeah, like over here, we got these assembly director systems. These are just made in assemblers, and we actually got 340 of those out of the 500 that we need. So we're pretty close on that front. And then right behind that, we've got these magnetic field generators. And these are also made in assemblers here with versatile framework and electromagnetic control rods. The electromagnetic control rods are being made right next to it, again, in assemblers. And these here, I believe, are just AI limiters and stators. Again, all stuff we already had. It was just a case of kind of rerouting everything and putting down even more of the blueprints that we already had for assemblers to make sure that everything worked. And again, we've got like 324 of these out of the 500 that we need. So we're pretty close, man. But I do think that all of these are coming in very, 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 very slowly.
Yeah, I think you're right. I noticed in the turbo motors, I think it was not the turbo motors, but one of these things around here, there's no like fused modular frames.
Yes.
But I assume there maybe is fused modular frames, but it's just extremely slow.
So here is my asterisk. Okay. So the first asterisk was like when I said automated, obviously the nuclear painter is not automated. We have to take the pressure conversion tubes and go put them in the particle accelerator. That's asterisk number 1. Asterisk number 2, Nick, is a pretty big asterisk, and is also the reason why we have so many of all of these resources, is that I came on, I set up all of this stuff, right, so that things would work. And then after that, after I set up all of the automation here, the very sensible and reasonable part of my brain, Nick, thought, hey, people have been complaining about the train. Why don't I, for the third time now this series, completely rip out and relay down all of the train tracks?
All of the train tracks, yeah, okay.
Because we went from a loop system round to a single line system, and I have tried to re-engage our loop system here, Nick. But right now, none of the trains are moving anywhere, and hence why nothing is really being made, at least no advanced production is being made, because, for example, the gas required in order to make the fused modular frames is brought over by train, and the trains are not currently running. So, first of all, I have organized this to be a fair bit nicer. Now, all of our train stations are in line with each other, and I've gone ahead and added these little, like, kind of off splits. So, if a train is trying to go into this first station, it will go there. And I think if a train's trying to go to the second station, it will go straight through because they're all connected in series. But then if there's a train in the first station, I'm hoping that the trains will kind of go around the outside here and then slide into the second station. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, no, I know what you mean. And there's no dip anymore. There's no track dip.
There is no track dip.
Yeah,
the dip is still there, actually. It's just hidden with foundation.
Hidden. Okay.
But I had to shimmy kind of all of these, but you'll see that all three of these are now in line. So they all go in like a straight line that loops at the top and it comes back down, and they all have this little kind of like emergency pivot divot. I don't know I'm going to call it the pivot divot, which is like this little bump at the side that allows them to go around a station if there's already a car
something in the way
in that station. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now the problem, of course, is kind of intersections over by our other train stations. Because I think this area, I haven't tested any of this, but I'm hoping this is fine, and I'm kind of hoping that the trains are smart enough, but I'm a little concerned they won't be, man. I don't know if this works or not, because I'm kind of concerned. I'm kind of concerned that the trains will kind of just go, like if there's a train in this station where you are, for example, I'm a little worried that a train will just come forward, wait here, and then not go round. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean,
that might be fixable by putting a path signal here, like that.
Okay.
Because that then allows it to kind of preemptively pick a path that it goes down, as opposed to just going straight forward. Again, I'm not entirely certain if that's how that works, but if you respawn real quick, man, we're gonna go over to Atlantis, because Atlantis is our first stop on train fixing duty. Okay.
Okay. I will follow you through.
Make sure you got your jetpack on, man, not your.
I do. I preemptively chucked it on.
There was also an update between episodes, man.
There was, yes. I was installing it just before I came on this morning, actually, and I was like, oh, okay, there's an update, like stuff's happening.
I took a little peek at the changelog. The first thing that stood out to me, man, is that they fixed the bug where if you leave the server without respawning, you'd lose your inventory. And so that bug that I encountered where I lost my inventory.
With Fake Isaac,
apparently,
/Real Isaac.
Yeah. Apparently that's been fixed. I actually haven't checked if Fake Isaac, it looks like he's still there
has disappeared
on the map. Compass.
Yeah. Maybe he's there to stay then.
Another one is the, apparently they've added a sound when you equip or unequip the jetpack, which apparently wasn't there before.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently that's new.
Sure. Why not? Okay.
So over here, man, the too wide like train path, of course, goes all the way down. But here is where we need to start looking at somewhat complex intersections to allow things to work. Because of course our train is going to come back, right? If you come out to the track itself, the train is going to come back this way. We've being from the UK, Nick, we've instinctively set up a left-hand drive train system.
That's of course.
Which is fine, but it means whenever you're trying to watch a YouTube video to explain how trains work and trying to figure out where path and block signals go, it's all inverted.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Our train's going to go this way, and presumably, what we could do, the easy thing to do, would be to have the train just loop all the way around, right? Go as far out as the train can possibly go, loop around at the end, and then come up into the train station, right? That would be the easiest thing, but that would take a long time, right? And it would also mean that all of the trains would get backed up because every train would be waiting for every other train. It's all a bad system. Yeah. So ideally, we want the train coming in here to then turn off, like this, round off that like kind of main track, and then into the station, and then we're going to go from the station kind of back out around, and we want it to start going down this way again, right? Without having to go further down the track. Right?
Yes.
So, if you follow me back over this way, Nick, I've been doing some tinkering. And here, I believe, is a very basic three-way intersection. Okay?
This looks fun. Yeah.
It's not as bad as it seems?
Yeah, I understand the shape. So you've got tracks go forward, and then you've got one where like this it comes off this way, and then you got one where it comes off this way, and the same for the other side.
Yeah, so it looks like a lot of intersections, but remembering that the trains are only going one way, it makes it simpler. For example, this is the only, like, they can't come in this way, right? Because we're left-hand drive. So they're never going to come in on this side. They're only going to be exiting on this side. So they can only come in this way. Then they can either go straight forward or they can go right. And then the same's true over on the other side. So this one that we're on, they can't come in kind of this way going west, right? This is only, this doesn't work. They can only come in this way. So really there's just 3 entrances and 3 exits on this, right? And then like, 6 possible combinations, I guess, of ways to go, right? 2 at each entrance. And from what I've seen, the logic here is that you put a path signal at the entrance to an intersection like this, and you put a block signal at the exit to an intersection like this, right? And so if you look around, you'll see that the 3 entrances all have path signals, and the 3 exits did, until I took them down, all have block signals. And in theory, that should work, because unlike the block signal that kind of allocates it into blocks and doesn't let a train in if a block is already there, the path signal kind of has the train reserve the path. And I believe the logic is that like a train can be going this way, and it can still be on here and it'll let another train through, so long as that train doesn't need the same path that the previous train did, right? So like a train, I think, can go sideways, and the train going sideways won't stop a train going straight forward because they're kind of reserving different paths, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense. Yeah.
So,
okay.
I guess the thing is, Nick, the way that we test this is that we now need to take that and kind of rotate it 90 degrees and place it somewhere over here so that we can actually get this tested, right?
Okay.
So. This setup, man, is 11 blocks wide. So I'm going to get rid of a tile here just to give us like a starting point, right? And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then after the 11, I'm going to get rid of the tile again now, right? So we can kind of have a nice space.
We know what we're working with. Yeah, exactly.
So we need an 11 by 3, which we already have because the track on the back here is 3 wide. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of this, though, just to, again, try and make it a little easier. And so what we should be able to do is, not ideally fall into
I've just spent the last, it's 5 minutes
water.
falling into the water. Thank God for jetpacks, man, honestly.
Here we go. Let me swap to this is
the hover.
Yeah,
much better.
So in theory, I believe what we want to do, we can do a little starter bit kind of here, and trying to find the center is difficult on the asphalt, but here and here. So that's centered as it normally would be. Then we do the same thing kind of over here. We kind of bring this a little further back, and then that goes down by 2. So say here and here, right? So those are kind of the entrances to our intersection. Then the middle, I think, is right here. So at the middle, we're going to do the same setup. Let me swap to zoop mode here, which is... What's the key for zooping? It's R, right?
R, yes.
Oh, no, you can't. I'm before you. I'm losing my mind.
To delete stuff, control.
It's control. That's me pressing R and it goes into blueprint mode. So this is you want a 3 wide, because 3 wide is just the like what we've chosen for our tracks, right? So we're going to go 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 by 4, like this is what you want. So you want like an 11 by 3 at the top, and then like a 3 by 4 at the bottom, like this. And then the people in the Twitch chat or the YouTube chat were correct for the longest time that 3 by 3, or like a 3 across and then 3 down, like 2 by 2 out and then 1 at the corner. 3 by 3 is the perfect right angle, like this.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
Right, for a curve.
Sure.
So you do this and this, like that. And then we can pull these down to kind of finish off the intersection here and here, like that. Then we just take one of these and we connect them to the bit here. We connect one of these, we connect them to this bit here, and then we just go straight forward here and here, and straight
And this
forward,
automatically puts down this, like, junction thing here.
Yes, the little arrows.
Sign, which is, I guess, telling that something has worked and the tracks now have paths, basically.
Bingo. And so then we just connect these up to our pre-existing train, And bada bing, bada boom. Look
and
at
you
that.
kind of got the start here. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
so that's like
okay,
step
I
one.
like it.
So our train, of course, is going to come in this way. Now, the awkward thing here, again, is the positioning. And at this point, we can kind of refill in these concrete bits as well. Yeah, these were just to make it easy to figure out. But, yeah, the awkward bit here is that we now need to kind of take this and kind of run it round like this, right? But then we need this guy to kind of cross back over. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is horrible.
Yeah, okay.
I guess, in theory, we could just have this go nowhere. We could build another intersection. Because in theory, I guess also, we don't need... What we could do is we could rebuild this on the other side of the station so that he kind of just goes in and then comes out and goes back around. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to... Because right now, I think we'd have to have it come out that backside, kind of loop all the way around like this or something. I don't know if you see my
yeah, no,
here.
I do.
It'd have to do something like that.
Some crisscross.
Right, to get it back to where it needs to go without moving the station, you know? Oh no, wait, am I losing my mind? Oh no, man, we can just do this. Yeah, no, I'm crazy. This is fine. We can just connect it back to the track on here, right?
On the other side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to lie. I thought there was a specific reason why you weren't doing that.
No, I'm losing my mind. No, right.
Okay.
You got it, Nick.
Okay.
You've always got to remember with me, the key rule is KISS. You got to keep it simple.
Never assume. Okay.
I was wrong to thought through the obvious solution, man.
Okay. I was like, okay, well, obviously the track joins up, but there must be a reason. Has Isaac got plans for the train to go back and go further on? Maybe. So you don't need this. Obviously, you can't see my solution.
So I'm assuming
you
you're doing
effectively
this.
don't need this. Yeah, you don't need this part of the junction here.
Yeah, which we can
joins up.
Yeah, I think we can kind of safely get rid of that, man. Right? And then can this go?
So that one just...
I was wondering if that could if we could get like a smoother...
Get some kind of loop. I wish there was a button, like a press R to make it look nice.
Smooth,
kind of
yeah.
Thing, right? Yeah.
There's probably a mod that does it or something, but like, it would be nice if there was like a smoothing
if you've got
option.
like some kind of... That kind of... That works. Yeah, that works.
It looks a little bit like a graph, man.
It does, actually.
Something's peaked and then really fallen off. But, So I think here then, like, as I was saying before, I believe the logic is that on the entrances to intersections, you put down path signals pointing in the direction of travel. So on
left,
this side like that. And then over here, obviously the trains are going to be coming back and then they need to go straight forward, right? So here you do the same again, like that. And then on the exits is where you put the block signal. So this path here, the first one, is going to go round over to here. It's going that way, so you put a one here. And then the one that's going straight forward is just going straight forward, and so you just put one here, like that. And I think... And then also I think actually I might need one here as well, because there's also a chance that a train goes straight forward. Right? So this has actually kind of kept it quite simple. So here, there are two possible ways for the train to go. The first option is straight forward. There's a block signal there. The second option is to the right. There's a block signal there, right? And then over here, it's the same option again, coming back the other way. It can either go left, in which case, I guess there would need to be a block signal. Oh, no, there's already a block signal there for left. So it either goes left, which it's not going to do because there's no need for it to go left, or it's going to go straight forward, which is also good and fine. So I think that this might work.
Okay.
Right?
So is it a case of just turn the train on and see what happens kind of deal?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I guess what we could do, like right now, all of the signals are saying no, which is right, worrisome.
You are right. Yeah, I forgot. So at least they're not got hazard warning lights on them to say you've done it wrong, but
That's
they are
correct.
indeed all saying no. I assume that obviously this one here is saying no because there's a train over there.
Do you want to come get in the train? Let's give it a try, right?
All right, let me hop in.
Yeah, if you hop in, I will go ahead and edit timetable. So I've renamed these. So I think where are we at now? We're at Big Rotor Energy. We want to go to Atlantis drop off is where we're going. Add, save changes, and then turn on self-driving. So we should do some picking up here. I did have to, like, you might have noticed some horrible conveyor belting. I had to reroute where the items go because we've once again flipped the train.
Yeah.
So I had to
okay.
change, instead of replacing down, I just moved some belts, is all.
Okay.
Didn't want to change anything back at home, so I just moved the belts on this side and kind of moved things around, and so hopefully everything's working.
Well, you've got more
as
space to
intended.
do it on this side, so that obviously helps. Okay, here we go.
All right.
So obviously this is going, which is always a good start.
So far, so good. Okay. So is this going to work? We have green lights ahead of us. This guy should, of course, just go straight forward into the station. There are storage crates ahead of us. I'm fairly certain that we can go straight through these. Can you drive the other head of the train, man?
I got into it. Yeah, I can get into it. I'm not sure if it does anything.
I don't think so. I'm just you'll get knocked off if we go through the storage crates.
Yeah. No, I think this is just
train.
this is just an autopilot mode, so it's not.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of leaving it as
I'm
it
also
is,
I'm not driving. I'm on autopilot as well. I'm just watching, Nick. We're here for the experience.
Lovely. Okay.
All right, so we've dropped off. We're going forward. We should here, I believe, go all the way
clip straight through here. Yeah.
to the end. Oh, he's going around. Interesting. I wonder why he chose to go around the station there.
Yeah. Even though there's ban signals, right?
Oh, and this guy went straight forward. So right now that makes sense. He went straight forward because there's nowhere else for him to go. Interesting. Okay. Now the question is, Nick, and I'm interested to hear your odds as to whether or not this works. Are we going to enter Atlantis Station successfully, or
as we want to, or are we just going to go straight past it?
I think we're just going to stop at the intersection.
Oh, because of all the ban signs.
Because of all the red pat signals, that don't let us in.
Well, the thing is that just now when we were in the home base area, I'm pretty sure we went through a couple of ban signs.
I thought it was.
So
I think they never go. I understand. I wasn't understanding what you meant when you said band signs. I was picturing like a boy band.
For me, the block signal in block mode is my ban sign.
The no entry sign. Yeah.
Yeah, the no entry sign. You are banned.
Yeah.
Do not enter. Goodbye. So, because of what just happened, unless I was looking at the wrong signals,
I think so.
I am actually not completely unconfident.
I'm like maybe
this won't work.
97% confident it's not going to work.
Okay,
Oh no, the signal's green.
Here
It's green ahead of us.
Yo.
So we should work. I don't know when it changed.
Maybe it changed when the train was docked in
the
station. Yeah, there, right? It changed when we were docked. And then so it must have just gone green when we left.
Oh. So I think
it just must be connected to this path here.
Yeah, I guess so. We can get out now. The benefit, of course, of having a looped system like this is that we can really put down as many block signals as we like. Before, we were limited in the fact that we could only put block signals down like after a junction or before a junction, right? Whereas like in this scenario, we could have one like here and here, and we could create a little weird block in the middle just for fun, right? I say just for fun.
That's right.
The more blocks we have, I think the more freely the trains can move, right? Because
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Obviously, the very long left-hand drive from the base over to here, if that's all just one block, then you're going to have trains waiting at the station to go. Whereas if you break it up into a few blocks, then once the first train leaves the first block, then the next train will start moving and everything will just kind of move more freely, right? Which is what I was hoping to do before, but it doesn't really work with the one-way track. Either way, man, this works.
Yeah,
which I am very surprised at.
That's good. So that's really good. So we've got effectively like a much shorter loop now.
Yes.
With one train on it, right?
And the big benefit is just the fact that the trains no longer have to wait for other trains to be done before they move.
Go and deposit all its stuff off. Yeah. So that's really good. So effectively, you would think that this would work right now.
You would think.
You would like to think so. So I guess now it's a case of doing this again for the other couple train stations and
so if you come
seeing
home,
if they all work cohesively together.
That's the thing, and I think they should. Over here at home, man, I kind of think that we can. So I've not run a double track over to oil, but oil does probably need a double track. Well, in an ideal world, everything would have a double track, right? For now, I think we could probably just have a single track go here for oil, and it might work. But what I'm thinking, man, real quick, is that we could probably build another intersection here, right, going down this way. But you can also fairly easily build like a 4-way intersection as well, I think, taking the 3-way intersection that we already had and just kind of adding exits to the other side, if you know what I mean?
Yes, so it kind of goes... Yeah,
like
I know
plus,
what you mean.
like a
So
plus
you're
shape.
mirroring it, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that I necessarily think we need, like, we're so close to the edge of the map that we probably don't need one going straight forward here, right? Like, if we were going to make a plus shape here, then what would make sense is to have this side go to Cull and have the forward side go connect up to the main train line. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, so it's kind of...
And we could potentially do that.
Yeah.
But let's have a look here. Let's have a look. So if this is the center, again, the idea here is that we go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, which is perfect. It kind of comes down to the bottom here. I'm going to get rid of these just temporarily. Get rid of you and get rid of you, and then let's do again unnecessary, but get rid of that for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is perfect, and then we have 1, 2, 3 wide, right, like this. Oops, almost got rid of a power line there. Very close. Not ideal. 1, 2, 3, and then do this again. So the middle, if it's an 11 by 11, that means we've got 5 either side, right, from the center. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here is the end, like that. And then over here, we do the same again, middle, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, and then get rid of these, right? So that, I think, is going to make for an ideal 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's correct. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I don't think I've got one more to go on this side. I think I actually want this here, like this, and then get rid of this. So I think this is kind of perfect for a 4-way intersection, right? So,
Okay.
if I am not mistaken, we come over here and we kind of do the same thing we did before. We bring this in and we bring it down 2 blocks like this, and we do the same here. We take this guy and put it there, bring it down 2 blocks. We then repeat at the other side. Find the center right at the back, which is here. Bring it in 2 blocks. It's so much harder on the asphalt to find where you're putting stuff.
Yeah, right.
I think that's right. Does that look correct?
That looks correct. Yeah, that looks correct. Yeah, I think you're good.
So then we again take this and we bring it round. So we got also this shouldn't be here just for guidance purposes. So we go from here and we bring that down and around to here like that. And we do the same thing here. We bring this down and around to here. We can then bring these forward by the final 2 blocks, which go to here. Is that right? That is right.
Yeah.
1, 2. Oh, I see the problem I've done here. This was not... I was right the first time. It's just there was some weirdness with the way it was put down.
Okay, I see.
Boom.
Lovely.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then, so the connection here is fine. We can go from here to here. We can go from here over to here. Then we can go straight forward here to here and straight forward here to here. And then on the flip side,
so this is a replication of what we had before, but then you can add a mirror of that side there going to the east.
Correct.
Just having it go to the west.
Yes, you can do this and this, then you drag that forward as well, connect it up. And yeah, it should just work. There's a lot more connections, of course, and a lot more like variables in terms of where things can go, but I think the general premise should be the same. And then you just connect this up to here, you connect this up to here, and then you do some more straight lines from here to here, and from here to here. And now, look at that, man. We've got
My
a
God,
4-way
it's a piece of art.
intersection, right? And
This is very good.
The path signals, like, they seem confusing, but they're quite simple. Again, you just figure out, again, we're left-hand drive, so we're always coming in on the left, and so you grab your path signal. Wherever there is an entrance, you put down a path signal, so here, and then on the left side over here, and then on the left side here, and finally on the left side here. So those are all the entrances, right? And then as far as exits go, you do the same, but just on the exits, and they're going the other way. So exit there, there's an exit here, there's an exit. Have I put this down the wrong way? I have. This should not be here. This was on the... Oh, no, wait. Wait, that is... No, hold on. Yeah, no, this is incorrect. This should be here. That's my bad. That's a left side entrance. And then the block sign goes here, because that's an exit. And then we also have an exit over here as well. And I think that's correct. So I think we now have block signals going on all the exits and path signals going on all the entrances, right? There are only 4 entrances and 4 exits. And then you just connect it up to your pre-existing train. So what I was kind of getting at a second ago was that, one, I should have Zoop on, but I was kind of getting at the idea that you'll see we're not using the coal train, but there are coal tracks.
That's right. So you're thinking, connect this side to coal.
Yeah, exactly.
Have this west side connect to the pre-existing track.
Bingo. Because, like, if you look westly, there's nothing, there's just water to the west, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any worthwhile connection there. But yeah, and I think, again, assuming that everything holds up well, that this should just kind of work.
You would think so. Think so. Again, it's going to be interesting to see, like, how many...
You want to get loads of trains, right? So you can have them all kind of just zooping around.
Yeah, like doing
missing each other just about. So what I'm kind of wondering as well, though, is can you... So here, this is the exit, right? Can you have, like, a train go like this and then also do this?
I think so. You would think so. And yeah, that's put a signal down over there. So that you'd think this should work. So it comes in on the left. Or, it comes on the left and then it leaves on the right.
Yeah.
From, looking this way,
obviously,
right?
in an ideal world, eventually, maybe between episodes, I'd go and run the two-wide track. Go and run the 2-wide track all the way over to oil. Just so at that point, if we wanted to, we could add more trains to oil because there might be resources over in that direction that we want. And adding more stations would be ideal. But for now, whenever there's just one station, you can just merge down to one track. Kind of like what we did for Atlantis, right? We just merged down to one track. And then have that go around, and then it gets back on. Yeah, so I think that might be fine.
Yes, I think it should be. Yeah, no, you'd think so.
Yeah, like I dislike. I kind of dislike myself now for. Oh, and part of me really wants to rebuild this, like one block over because of the way that it doesn't line up with our station that I've just built.
Yeah. Obviously, I've connected this here, and you can see the kind of the shimmy it has to do, and it would have to do the same for coal as well.
Yeah, it's going to have to do the same for coal anyway, I guess, but it's fine.
yeah. For now, this is fine.
Yeah. Okay. But no, I figured this should work, man. And all this train work, again, gives us time to kind of slowly back up on the resources that we're waiting on.
Yes,
actually,
exactly.
real quick, while I do this, man, could you move the nuclear pasta stuff to the nuclear pasta accelerator?
I will. Yeah, let me do that. And I can also... Oh, the fuse... I was going to say the fuse modular frames as well, but fuse modular frames are currently not coming in, are they? Yeah. So I'll wait on that. But yes, I will go put those 100 empty cubes into the...
Also, if you could turn off the machines making those cubes... Like when you take the screws out, or when you take the 100 out, they're going to refill instantly. So if you just want to flick those machines off, because we only need 100 for now, and that's fine.
That's fine.
Connecting this bit up to the pre-existing train is going to be quite a feat because of the way that we've set this up. Like I can think of a real janky way of doing it. Do you know what I mean? Because we've got like this kind of harsh right-hand turn going over to the to the incline.
Yeah, I was wondering how you'd want to do that.
The elegant way would be to kind of have like a gentle slope curve up, kind of meeting at like the pinnacle maybe. The more horrible way would be to have just a bit of a loop here that kind of curves back, but is going to be easier. And
that's right.
You know what, man? I'm a fan of an easy loop.
Yeah, exactly. Same, man. Same.
Yeah. You eat a lot of Halloween candy, man?
No, do you know what, man? I've not eaten a single piece of Halloween candy this Halloween cycle.
This Halloween cycle.
No, not a single piece. I have also not stocked any Halloween candy because I live in an apartment, so I don't have trick-or-treaters. Wow. Yeah.
What a guy.
But my girlfriend, who doesn't live in an apartment, she stocked Halloween candy. Man, and not a single trick-or-treater came to our house.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, there you go then.
So it's that time of year, man.
I was like, yeah, no one came around. And then I said to her, it's because you didn't have a pumpkin outside your house.
Yeah.
And so...
That is the universal sign.
That's the universal sign that you accept trick-or-treaters, right?
you embrace the tradition, yeah.
You embrace the tradition. So she was like, oh, yeah. And so she was like, well, I got all this candy for myself now. And I was like, this was a play. This was a deliberate play.
Yeah.
She deliberately bought Halloween candy, did put the pumpkin outside, so that she could have all the Halloween candy to herself. And I was like, you know what? Well done.
Yeah.
The play it paid off. It paid off.
It's a strong play, man. Strong play.
Oh, dear.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
are you partaking in any of that candy, man?
Oh, no, I haven't actually, although I should next time I go there.
Get on that, man.
Oh, my lord. Yeah, no, definitely. Did you have any trick-or-treaters this year, Isaac?
Yeah.
Do you have a pumpkin outside? Yeah, a few trick-or-treaters?
Yeah.
What were you giving them?
My girlfriend bought some of the Maum. Like, we all like a party bag of like
Mauams.
Yeah, that's the one.
I actually really like those.
There you go. You should have come trick-or-treating, man. You should have knocked on my door.
I know, gosh. I think that like Halloween time is the only time where I eat Mauams. By the way, your new infrastructure here has inhibited the tube to shoot you to.
I do apologize for
oil
my
and copper
inhibition, Nick.
I'm trying to figure out which one of these is like the piece that you shoot through. It might be this one. And this one? Let me try that. I think I might need to do a couple more as well. Luckily, actually, your track doesn't yet go.
Yeah, what do you think of this? What do you think of this?
Oh yeah, no, that's good. That's perfect for the cannon. That perfectly goes around the cannon hole. So I mean, I accept that, Isaac. I accept that. Let me shoot myself through now and see if this works.
Okay.
Yeah, that works now. Nice.
Okay. So I think this looks like it's gonna work. I think.
You'd think so, right?
I do need to go build yet another intersection though, because we kind of need the same thing now. I want to say down by like aluminum.
Aluminium. Yeah.
All right, Nick. I have added one more intersection down by nitrogen. So just before the right turn to nitrogen, we've got basically this setup here again. So we've done the same thing where we kind of merge into one line because there's not two tracks going up to nitrogen.
Yeah.
And in that time, you've also fixed the power issue, right? You've managed to
we had a
find
disconnect.
the missing track. Or missing pipe.
So yeah. So now we're up to full max capacity in production. We're at like the 21,000s. So we are all good.
Okay.
In regards to that,
we found a couple of issues that we were going to run into, right? So that there is the oil train, which, as you can see, is doing just a perfectly fine job at working its way through that intersection there. Over at the back, though, we did point out that we were going to run into an issue with rubber and plastic because of the way that we've set that up, because of the fact that it's just a train that kind of goes from our two-track system to a one-track system. The train is going to end up turning itself around every time that it does a loop, right? Most trains are going to loop around and end up back and facing the same direction. Because that's a double-headed train, that's why it works on the one-way track, but it does mean that the first time it arrives, it's going to have like plastic at the front, rubber at the back, and then the second time it arrives, it's going to flip that around. It's going to have like rubber at the front, plastic at the back. So I think what we want to do is just kind of disconnect these belts and then have all of the stuff come out of here and go straight into a smart splitter. We've not really been using these smart splitters too much, but they're actually super
very
nifty.
useful.
Yeah,
they are. Yeah.
Like if we do this and we do this, we can then have, of course, everything kind of go from here to here and here to here. I did add some of these to the... oh, no, that's not right. This needs to go a bit further down over here like that. I added some of these down by Atlantis because I was using them to siphon screws. Because in here, man, I don't know if you've been using them for this purpose, but you'll see that we've got left output, center output, right output. And by default, it just says any go to the front, nothing goes to the left and right. What I've been doing is having, like, any go to the front, that's correct, but then I've been having the left set to overflow, which I believe means that only if it can't go forward will it go left. And so we have a cart and a train cart that can pick up screws, but we've not been doing it up until now. Between streams, what I've done is I put down a few smart splitters on all of our screw production lines and had this setup in place so that now any excess screws will get deleted. Only when the screws stop moving for like a second does it filter them off and send them around. So we can use this to kind of only take overflow from what we already have, right?
Yeah, no, that's really cool. That is really good, actually, because it's interesting, because we have discovered that we have run out of packaged turbo fuel, right?
Yes.
And it's because in the original oil area, the train station that contains all of the oil and rubber has filled up, and then all of the belts behind it have filled up, and then that's filled up the machines that are making the oil resin stuff that makes rocket fuel. They've stopped.
That's correct.
So I'm wondering is it worth putting a smart splitter down before the train station so that all of the excess plastic and rubber in that area just gets turned into tickets or something like that?
That's exactly what I was going to suggest. Yeah.
So I'm going to go do that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Good. I over here. So we're going to have, let's say, actually, let's not say, let's just go and figure out what needs to go where, Isaac, you fool. Because one of these is rubber and one of these is plastic. Now, there might be, it's possible there's already been some damage done. I might have to go do some fixing, but this side is rubber, this side is plastic. Okay, so we're going to have rubber go forward here. Do I have any rubber and plastic? I do. So forward, center output is rubber. Oh, you can just type it in. That's so good. And then right output is plastic. Like this. Good. So the plastic is going to go to here, and we're going to do it like this. Go over crisscross. So the rubber is going forward. Here we want then, I guess, plastic to go straight forward. Plastic. And we want rubber. Oops, try that again. Plastic. And we want rubber to go to the left. Like that. And then in theory, that should just work, because then we can just do this and this. And hopefully everything is peachy.
Nice.
Maybe.
You would hope so.
So now if I do like this, that goes the correct path. And if I do this, this should also go the correct path. It does. Oh, they're so good, man.
Pathing signals are the way, Isaac.
Just the smart splitters.
Oh yeah, no, smart splitters are also the way.
Like the fact
Isaac,
that you can merge things,
yeah.
like you can put anything into this freight platform and it just figures itself out now, which is lovely.
Yeah. It probably obviously throughput becomes a big issue if you did do this, but if you have belts with not that high of throughput on them, you can put lots of different things going on about, and then
you could just have everything dumped onto one freight train, and then split it out multiple times.
Split stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Because you can even do that with multiple splitters, right? Like you could have the first splitter, which is like you specify rubber to the left, plastic to the right, and have anything else go forward.
Everything else go forward. Yeah, exactly. And then do further kind of takeoffs after that. So it's good. It's really good.
So a second issue while you work on that we have run into is that I have, I don't know if you noticed, I've deleted the nitrogen station. So there's only 3 stations now, not 4. The plan here, the logic behind that is I've added, we've got a platform here for aluminum, right? So we got aluminum drop-off. And what I've done is I've added a fluid freight platform to the aluminum station. So the aluminum train is going to come in, and that train is only long enough for the 2 platforms, right? So we're not going to use the aluminum train to drop off nitrogen, but my thought process is like, what if we just have the nitrogen train stop at the aluminum station? Do you know what I mean? Like we put 2 empty freights at the front, and then the nitrogen fluid freight at the back. And then the nitrogen train can just stop at the aluminum station. That would have worked. However, the problem we now find ourselves with is that the nitrogen train is set up in the same way as the plastic and rubber train, in that it merges onto one track. And so the nitrogen train is going to end up rotating, flipping itself around every time it drives. And so I think we can make this work, but we're going to have to set up a horrendously long 5 freight long cart. Because we need to have train, empty cargo freight, empty cargo freight, fluid freight for the nitrogen, then empty cargo freight, and then train. So it's going to be our longest train is going to be the train for nitrogen.
Yeah, which is actually quite close physically to...
It's close physically, and it's the only train moving one thing. And it's going to be the longest train.
Oh, dear.
But outside of either setting up a loop for nitrogen so that it can, at that point, it would only need to be like 4 long. Outside of, let me hold up before I continue. I want to check, because I feel like no rubber and plastic came in last time. The trains are so smart, man. They did go, like, Atlantis train was docked, and plastic train went around him.
Nice. It's like watching a child grow up, Isaac. Do you remember when we just had signals and all they did was just frickin'... Just have warning signs on them.
Waste our time. Yeah, exactly.
You can't do anything. Yeah. So I want this to be any, and I want you to be overflow. Thank you.
Okay, these are not unloading. Let me turn off self-driving for a second. What's going on here? Why? Do you have cargo? You must have cargo, because otherwise... can I undock you? F to dock. Are these set to unload? They might be set to load like a fool. Come on. Can I F to undock? It's stuck on docking. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. No, don't dock. Please stop docking.
Please,
how's your overflow going, man?
Yeah, I'm just about to put down the awesome sink. Here we go. So if I do this, put you down there, and do this, put you down.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah.
Unload.
Hold.
Right. That's just new train station issues, Nick. I didn't set them to unload. That's the problem.
Okay, classic.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let me hook these to power. Let me take them from you. Let's do this. Let's do
Come on.
this.
Back it up. Back it up. And then please F to dock. Okay. And then ideally, yep, F to dock. We're docking. There we go. Okay, the train's unloading. So now I think I can turn self-loading back on. And we should be good. Perfect.
Dude, the overflow problem has been fixed. All of these things now moving.
Oh.
Which means that all of these belts should start freeing up. The refineries should start making all of the oil and plastic, well, the plastic and rubber, and there's side products, which is what we need for rocket fuel. And then, as a result, packaged turbo fuel should start coming back in momentarily.
Nice. Good.
Which is good. And then as soon as the train eventually comes here and picks up the plastic and rubber, the belts will start refilling those cargo containers rather than turning the plastic and rubber into tickets. So, yeah, all of this is moving. All of this is flowing. Heavy oil residues being made again. That's the thing that I was thinking that I was trying to... I forgot the name of that eventually ends up as rocket fuel. Yeah, we're good.
All right. So, I am here once again at nitrogen pickup, and we should hopefully be about to pick up even more nitrogen, right? And then the loop is going to loop it, and we're going to go back. After this, I think it's just the aluminum train that needs to be turned back on. The aluminum train is currently at the end of the track, and so right now it just loops at the end, so there's no reason for a junction there. If we want to continue further off in that direction, then we will have to add an intersection to the aluminum station at some point, but right now that's just kind of where the loop ends, you know what I mean, like naturally.
Yeah. So you would think that of all of the areas to loop, that should hopefully be the most straightforward and simple.
Yeah, I mean, there's no looping required currently, that's just where it connects, but eventually that might be a problem. Okay, I'm coming back. Here we go. The train is now moving on its own.
I'm in a strategic position to drop myself onto the train once it comes down here.
Nice. Here we go. And again, the other benefit, potentially now, Nick, is that we should be able to run multiple trains to the same stations.
Yes, and they should all, in theory, kind of go in a nice file, like single file, like, you know, they'll go about their business. They won't interfere with each other.
We are stopping here. Oh, no, we're good.
No, yeah, we're okay.
Okay. It does slow down to go through the junction, I guess, is what happens there.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, we can run, like if we wanted to add a second nitrogen train, they could both run simultaneously, so there could be one filling up now while this one goes to drop off its nitrogen stuff, right? Flipping neck. Okay. We've done it though, man. I think we've set ourselves up here for some good
good throughput
logistics. I'm very happy that the trains do
intelligently
avoid junctions.
Right.
Yeah. All right, and this guy should drop off nitrogen, and then all we need to do, asterisk, is actually freaking connect this up, because right now the nitrogen is not connected up at all. So
I see. Okay.
I'm just gonna put a pipeline junction there, and then we'll just run this in a straight line back this way. Yeah, they slow down for the turns in a way that I wasn't expecting. It looks like it's going to stop because the light's red, but it slows down. I guess the path signal
it goes green eventually.
It kind of doesn't check until the train is close, which is fine. Okay, so nitrogen should now be coming back in.
Which means, hopefully, fused modular frames once again.
Hopefully.
Yeah, which is good.
Respawn real quick. I'm going to shoot myself over to aluminum. Because I think that the train for aluminum is at the aluminum station. I think it's just chilling there. And that's also like a resource we need a lot of for these late game machineries. Do you want to go check on pasta? Man?
Yeah, I am on my way to aluminum as well to check for that. So let me see how things are doing. Pasta is sped up.
Yes.
And in theory, we should almost be there. Also, I need to equip my jetpack before I die. There we go. That's better. Here we go. Let's have a look. There it is.
Yes, the train is here.
So, pasta. Pasta. Pasta, pasta. Is it going faster? No. Okay, what's happened here? We've got 49. Oh, we are out of copper. Oh, we're just at a copper powder limitation now. I'm not quite sure why this hasn't been.
Oh. Where are we at? Hold on. I'm just, this is aluminum pickup. Let me.
Oh, I know why. I've been silly. So obviously I've sped this machine up, right? But that means I needed to expand the copper powder making, because the copper powder making was, like I need to 2.5x the copper powder production to keep up with the fact the machine is 2.5x faster, right?
So how many do we have?
So I need to just expand this. 49.
That's pretty good, man. Did we?
Which is not bad.
Yeah, that's
not bad.
halfway. I realize I've also made another mistake here, and that is that I need to pick up silica somewhere because I've added. We're using the third freight platform of aluminum to pick up and drop off nitrogen, but I think we're gonna have to make that the fourth freight platform, because the third freight platform for aluminum is supposed to be where we load silica in at home, so we can unload it here, if you know what I mean. So there's some tweaks that need to be made, but that's fine. That's fine. Right now, aluminum should be going back, but aluminum production is not going to be online because of the fact that we've taken this away. But that's also fine, and you can hopefully see what I mean here about the train just kind of looping at its final destination.
Yeah, let me come have a look
here.
Up here.
This is just the end of the line for the train station.
Yeah. So it'll just go right back to the beginning.
Although it does say signaling problem. Why do you have a signaling problem? What's your signaling problem, good sir? Let me turn off self-driving and take this train back. Turn off self-driving. All right, here we go. Oh, is the nitrogen station set to load as well? That's fine. I can go and tweak that as well, chat. Thank you for the heads up, though. All right, I'm headed home. Are you expanding out that copper, or are you just leaving it as is?
Yeah, I am. I think I might leave it as it is, because we have a copper importing bottleneck anyway from the train that's bringing in copper here. So I think if I expanded this now, it would just use all the copper it would use all the copper faster.
Oh, you're like, we're not bringing copper in fast enough?
Not bringing copper in fast enough. So I'm gonna trace that and see.
Well, did we set up more copper production?
Yes, I think so. I think I set up more smelteries and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I can go have a look though. Again, it would be faster for me to like.
Signals are making the next stop unreachable. Okay. Let's go find out. Let's go find out where the signals are causing an issue. Why are you red? Turn on self-driving. Signals are making it impossible. What are you saying? Are you a block signal? I'm just a... Wait, how have you ended up here? Mistakes may have been made. Okay, so Nick, I have fixed aluminum. So aluminum, we had some issues with the train going facing the wrong way. So I fixed aluminum. We did have initially the plan that we were working on earlier was to have nitrogen drop off at the aluminum station, but the problem we've run into here is that silica needs to be picked up at the aluminum station in the third spot, and now I'm in an issue where I can't add another freight platform here because it interferes with the junctions that are currently there. So awkwardly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another train station in line here. Thankfully, it looks like we kind of have space for it, like right here. So I'm going to throw in another train station real quick for nitrogen drop-off, and then finally, we should be back to where we were.
At the beginning.
To where we were before I decided to destroy our train network.
Right, okay.
To change it for no reason. Like, it is better. However, like, we could have also just kind of, if I'd have not messed with it, we probably would have had all of the resources for the stuff in the top right.
Right, I see. Okay.
You know, now obviously we do have still Tier 9 to get to, and I think these trains being faster and more efficient is going to help tremendously with Tier 9.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
So I think it could be copium, but I'm hoping that it was worth it. right?
We'll find out, I guess.
But
we'll
yeah,
find out.
TBD. So I'm just going to connect this up again real quick. You have improved copper supply?
I think, yeah, I've definitely made some of the belts faster. I think I just need to...
I don't think people on YouTube heard the reasoning, but the idea was that you were...
Yes.
You sped up the particle accelerator, but then you didn't increase the copper production, and so there was not enough copper going around.
So copper bags, yeah. Copper bags being at like thousands per minute because you need 200 copper powder that uses pretty much all the copper that's coming off the train. I've upgraded all of the belts so that the train station is being fed faster so that more can come in because there is a bit of a throughput issue. I also think that eventually there needs to be more smelters there as well. There's a few more upgrades that I can make. Obviously, copper is useful not just for this, but also for all of the aluminium stuff going on as well, because it needs a bit of copper. Although that does seem to be backed up, which is good, because that means all of the copper that's currently being brought to this area is now going towards these bags of copper.
Well, so the only reason that it's backed up on aluminum is because silica wasn't being sent, so aluminum is fully
it's
offline. Yeah,
right. Yeah. So
just
that
FYI.
Is fine. Obviously, this needs to be improved a bit more, but that's all good. It'll be a case of me running more not track, but more conveyor belts. So I'm going to like double up the conveyor belts that come up, which is fine. And it just needs some more smelters as well.
And do we have like a double crate that's holding the copper powder or no?
That is a good question. I don't think so, but I can chuck one in.
Yeah, I was just thinking like an inline copper, like a thing holding it
copper
might be
crate.
useful. For times like now, where it's not being used, it could just back up right on that stuff. Okay, so I've got the nitrogen train down. Man, also, if you're ever next at home and you pick up a train signal, there is a rainbow of color.
A real, yeah.
Now, thanks to the number of block signals we have. Okay, what's going on here? You don't know where you need to go, right? So you're going to edit. Wait, are you gas? Are you nitrogen? What's going on here? Yeah. Oh, I see it. We've got some blockages, but they're understandable blockages, Nick, that are completely intentional. So
okay,
I actually need to change you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. You're just going to have a fluid freight card right here, and then you are going to go not to aluminum drop-off. You're going to go to nitrogen drop-off, like that. Save. Okay, so that should just work. And then over here, I should just be able to re-enable autopilot on this dude. So in here, turn on self-driving. He's going to go. That should allow everybody else behind him to start moving. You should hopefully go to nitrogen next. Yep, he's moving. So there's a backlog here, man. All the trains, I had to turn the train off, so all the trains ended up being at home, but they all, no collisions. Everything just kind of worked. The whole family is here. All 4 trains, Nick.
Yo, all at the OG station.
Yeah, Atlantis,
nice.
Oil, nitrogen, and aluminum are all chilling out. They're all here. They're all moving.
Beautiful.
They're all grooving. Love to see it. Love to see it. What's going on over here? Are we good? I think we're good. Yeah, he's going round. Yo, yeah, they're not super fast as they're kind of weaving around each other, but man, I think it's gonna be way better than what we had previously. And I think going forward, I can't, I guess, like overstate how much I think it's gonna be. I could do with things
like how
this.
useful.
How useful I think it's gonna be just to have the ability to add more trains if we want to increase throughput, and also if we do want to increase like where do I want this to go? Sorry, I need to use my brain for a second.
No, that's all good.
Which is always troublesome. Because I think this wants to loop, and I want this to like reconnect like here or something. Let me do this. Can I do? Oh, not quite. Because I want this last little bit doesn't work as I want it to. The last little like offshoot, if that makes sense, doesn't work. So I want like that and like that. Basically, right now, the last train, which is plastic drop-off, the little slip road next to it that allows trains to usually go past wasn't connected to anything, and so now everything does. So currently everything has to wait for aluminum.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Which is not ideal.
Yeah.
So I'm just adding in that slip road.
Nice.
as we speak, or attempting to anyway.
Lovely. I'm going to chuck that copper intermediary in. And you also said there's some alclad here, so let me grab that because I've used the uploaded amount.
Block signal wants to go, I think, here and here, like that. Is that right? Is that how we normally do it on the way out? Yes, that is indeed how we normally do it on the way out. Okay. Alright, so hopefully the trains that don't need to be there now should go round the blue way if they... Yeah, that looks like it's intentional. Green's very long. Oh no, he made his way through. Okay. And then hopefully, this is going to work. Like, hopefully once he exits... Once he gets to the intersection, that guy there, hopefully this guy then starts to move. If I've set this up correctly. You're not moving. Why are you not... Oh, no, he's moving. He's moving. Okay, good.
Nice.
Could probably do with creating another block here somewhere, just because there's a lot of stuff. Again, it's just a long stretch of track that doesn't need to be that long. And the trains can probably start moving quicker if we add more somewhat unnecessary blocks, but what I think are actually quite necessary blocks. Like that. That way that we're not waiting for them to go forever. Good. Okay.
Nice.
All right. I think I could be wrong, and I probably am wrong, but Nicholas, I think that we are good. Oh no, hold on. Actually, I need to run the nitrogen pipe, of course. Like the new nitrogen is set to drop off, but there's no nitrogen pipe. Okay. What is it? I'm sorry. What is it you're working on?
I am just putting down
you're increasing copper production
buffer here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gosh, I'm running a wild pipe, man.
Okay.
That I think you're gonna love.
Okay, good. I look forward to seeing it. I need you, and you.
I guess we might as well get rid of you. This is not a straight line pipe already, which is horrendous, so I'm going to fix that. That's priority numero uno. Let's bring that out like this. Then let's put down a junction like this. And then can I just do this? I got another situation where it gave me the funky horizontal to vertical thing again with the pipes. Jeez.
Oh, like when it actually did it properly.
Well, it did it the way that we liked it, right? I don't know if it was like the right way it was supposed to be done or not, but it did it the way that we liked the look of it.
It looks like it should be the right way. Yeah. That's so weird.
Okay.
The rare occasions.
Gosh, this was quite the train overhaul, man. But
I know. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised we did it in within an episode. Like,
I need to go change. Oh, I see. I do have changes that to be made. I need to go and fix. I need to go remove the excess. So I need to go undo the changes that I made to nitrogen, because obviously I added 2 buffer platforms, and now I've changed it so that it's just going. The drop off is 1 platform, if you know what I mean. So I need to change it so that it does 2. But yeah, I'm also like happy that we got it done within like the 1 episode, man.
I know, right? This is good. And then we've obviously got. Here we go. I put this buffer chest in. We've got all these like nuclear cubes on the way. We're at 54 now, so it's a going.
It do be a going.
This is really good.
Fluid fret platform. Surface is too uneven, eh? How is that possible? Let me get rid of you. Oh, I see. There's just a hole in the floor. Sure. Fluid fret platform. Could you go here? Lovely. Okay, that means thankfully this actually goes back to being nice again on this side. You love to see it. I love it when things are nice. Okay, so now I think that nitrogen is actually online. I'm gonna respawn real quick, and then I'm gonna go deposit some items, man.
Oh, okay.
If you're still working on fixing stuff over there.
I think I am good on this side.
Nice.
So I assume, like, once we come back, obviously, all of these should be pretty much done, or, you know, they will effectively be complete by the time all the other things are, right? So we are in a good situation here, for sure.
Yeah, you're saying that hopefully by the time we come back, all of the phase 4 completion objective stuff is ready.
It should all be good to go. Yeah, exactly.
You would hope so. Man. You would hope so.
This is good. This is good. So I've kind of increased the copper throughput a bit. I think it probably needs a couple more smelters, but the rate at which they're coming in is good. Everything there is going very well.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in a good spot.
Oh, I forget this is the freaking space elevator, man. That was me going to the MEM. MEM objective. Gosh, we never use
true.
the conveyor belts that go into the space elevator.
Yeah, that's so true, actually.
We just ignore them every time.
That's so true.
We always got to manually move them.
I'm going to come and join you, and I've got the
pasta.
Nuclear pasta cubes that we have so far.
Nice. We over 50 now? Did you just say how
yes,
many
we're at 54.
Nice.
So we are over halfway.
Nice.
Let me chuck my jetpack on. There we go.
54. Oh, we're close. So, like, the thing is, like, I don't think we've actually made any progress on these today. Like, the, the number of I think we started the day with 374 of those, like, propulsion rockets or whatever they're called.
Yeah. I know, it was like 200 and odd something. It's obviously the fuse modular frames were the bottleneck for a lot of these things.
Everything. Aluminum being offline, fuse modular frames being offline, nitrogen not making things. Like, all of our key, tier 4 production stuff has been offline due to trainage.
Hindered. Yeah, well, hopefully. But
we're close.
This will all be done by the time we come back, right? Because this is looking good. Yeah.
So between episodes, I might go ahead and just to make things look a little nicer and more coherent, I might go and replace the 2 trains that we currently have that go in one that merge to single line trains.
Trackers.
I might like the nitrogen one and the plastic one. I might change those to 2-line trains just so that in the future, if we want to branch out from them, it's just as simple as adding in one of these 3-way interchanges. I might be able to set up a blueprint that's like, 2 or 3 tiles that puts down that interchange quite easily. The 3-way.
Sure.
Thing.
Yeah.
Although I'm not.
With the upgraded one, was that going to be big enough? Maybe.
I don't think so, man. I think it's too small is the thing. I think the trouble is the way that the bends go. I don't think you can get the bends in nicely.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, like the it's only this big, man. Right,
so
my system was like an 11 by 3. This is like a 5 by 5.
No. That ain't happening.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 5 by 5. I was hoping I could make like little segments of it, but again, the way the path curves, I don't think it's gonna be possible potentially.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, we have a lot of stations. We have the ability to very easily add more inline stations. Even on the other side of the track here, right now, there's just like a 1-line track that goes back, but we could add more stations on the other side, right? If we wanted to.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's true.
Man, middle mouse click on a block signal and look at the smorgasbord of rainbow. You'll see here on this track coming back, on the straight line back, I've added a few block signals just to break it up. Like there's this blue one in the middle, and this green and then pink. Just because before, over at the back there, trains were waiting for the previous train to go all the way past the intersection before they would move. And so I've added these so that everything can hopefully keep going. Flipping it. Yeah, next time we'll come back, we'll unlock tier 9, and then we've got to figure out, I think we have to make a lot more of what we already have. Again, I think that should be fine. People are saying we need like 1,000 nuclear pasta to complete the final phase, which is probably fine, right?
That's
like I don't think it's going to be
I
tremendously
think that should
difficult.
Be fine. I don't know, we might need to upgrade copper slightly more, but we've got the throughput for it, I think. Like, we've got the fundamentals, so I think we're good.
Yeah. Do you think it's worth... If we do need 1,000, do you think it's worth returning back on these machines that make the pressure cubes?
Yes, I think so. Because that means we need 1,000 of those, right?
That's true. The only trouble here is that we already have like another 100 or 2. The only trouble here is that they also use fuse modular frames, right?
Yeah. Okay, so maybe... turn it back on and hopefully we'll still get to all of the phase 4 objective items that we need, along with more of those cubes, right?
We will see, but unfortunately, Nick, we are out of time for this episode of Satisfactory.